Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This week's video is going to touch base on how to prepare for a natural labor and delivery. So I'm going to touch base on some of those important things that helped me, and I wanted to share them with moms that are maybe thinking about going down that route of having a natural labor and trying to stay away from the pain medications and also an epidural. So if that's something that you're interested in, or if you just want to gain more knowledge about it, then just keep watching. Alright, to start off, I want to explain that when I was pregnant with my daughter, I went to YouTube for help and did some research on other moms that went through natural labor and deliveries. I couldn't really find a lot of content. I know that I came across Elle Lindquist and also Micah Stauffer here on YouTube, and they are two moms that had a natural labor and delivery, but they did it differently than I kind of planned for. I think Elle did more of like a hypnotic, where she like listened to music, or you can do like different ways. You can do different things to cope with your pain by listening to music or even meditating. And I'm pretty sure Micah Stauffer had a home birth with like a tub, so that's how she kind of dealt with her pain. I knew right off the bat that I wanted to have my natural labor and delivery in a hospital. That's just what I felt comfortable with. So nothing really, I couldn't really relate to anybody. That's why I wanted to record this video for you guys. So I have a list here on a notepad that I am going to reference because I have a lot of important things that I want to touch base on that maybe can help you. So for starters, my first thing is to make sure that you create a birth plan. I know that they advise you to do this anyways at your OB's office. They do advise you to create a birth plan and present it to the hospital staff when arriving, because then it helps give a good idea of what you want. And I truly believe that when I created my birth plan, I was very straightforward and I was pretty adamant about what I wanted, because when you are planning to go into a labor without any pain medication, you want to have almost the complete control of your environment and your surroundings, because any little thing can disrupt your focus and your state of mind. So I really think that that's important, and that's what I did with my daughter. My second thing is to make a mental note that the pain comes in waves. I think a lot of women go into labor thinking that it is so painful right off the bat and it never stops. Like you're in so much excruciating pain from start to finish. And that's not true. It is very painful. But it comes in waves. Sometimes it's high, sometimes it's low. And also note that those waves do break. You have a break. If you are scared, you have to keep telling yourself that I'm going to have a break after this. And you have to regroup, regather your thoughts, and prepare for the next wave to hit. That is what got me through the entire laboring, because I controlled my entire mindset and didn't allow myself to get overwhelmed with the pain. That is what helped me the most. And I truly believe if you understand that, then you can get through anything. So that's my biggest point. But you do need that birth plan to start out. So yeah, just have complete control over your mind. Third on my list is to stay hydrated. So I'm pretty sure most hospitals allow you to drink water. I know that some don't allow you to eat. My doctor actually allowed me to snack on crackers the entire labor process because she knew and was confident that I wouldn't have a C-section. So I was able to do that. But if you are allowed to drink water, then I would highly recommend doing so, because sometimes when your body goes through so much pain at a drastic pace, and you're also experiencing heat flashes and cold flashes right and left, your body doesn't know what to do and how to cool itself down, so you get nauseous and you might throw up. So that was my case. I did end up getting sick during the labor process, and it's not fun when you have no control over your body. So staying hydrated is definitely key, and it can relieve a lot of pain. You don't want to have a stomach ache on top of the cramping and the contractions. It's terrible. So definitely bring a water bottle or have a nurse bring you some water. Next on my list is saying goodbye to being shy and modest. So I've watched a ton of videos of labor and delivery on YouTube, and it almost seems like it sucks, because like I wish that I went this path in some ways, because it seems like the moms that do opt for epidurals, it's more relaxing. They get to relax. They don't have to. It seems like they're not really like taking their clothes off to cool down, or they don't have to like change positions. They can like lie there or take a nap. I don't think it's easy, but I do think the epidural helps so you can be comfortable. So when you're going through labor without any pain medication, you have, like I said, no control over your body. I was constantly hot and then cold instantly. Like it was so uncomfortable, and I'm a very modest person. I don't even like to get checked at the OB's office. It's like I'm embarrassed. So I knew that it was going to be hard for me. It was a big adjustment. But now that I've had my first baby, I know what to expect with the second one. These nurses are there to be caregivers, and they see things like this all the time. So do not be afraid to take off your hospital gown because you're too hot and you're revealing everything. You know what? You need to pretend like you were in your own home, okay? You need to make that note that it's your journey of the laboring, and you want to be as comfortable as possible. So if you're hot and the only way to cool down is to rip your clothes off and reveal everything, just do it. Don't think about it at all. You have to be comfortable. So that was something I really struggled with. I was really apologetic when I was in labor. I kept saying, I'm sorry this, I'm sorry that. Like after I got sick, I'm like, I'm so sorry that I'm breathing on you. Like I feel so bad because I just, threw up, and I'm sorry. And they don't care. All right. So I realized that if I didn't care so much about those little things, about what other people were thinking, it would have eased my pain, So that is a big tip. Just say goodbye to being modest and shy. Embrace it all, and it really is a lot easier. Just pretend like it's you and your spouse or your partner in that room, and it's just you two. So I do recommend doing that. It will definitely help ease the pain. Another thing is, this is big, and this one is obvious. The more calm you are, so is the baby. So if you keep telling yourself that you get a break and you are cool and collective, so is your child. Your baby is going through, they say sometimes, I've read, that they say the baby's going through as much pain as you are because they have to pass down the birthing canal, and that's not that big. So they are in pain, and if your blood pressure skyrockets, you can put the baby into distress. So you just need to have a really good supportive partner or mom or whoever's going to be in that room with you that knows you best, that can help ease your mind and calm you down. Here's a tip that helped the most. I had a very, if you watched my labor and delivery story, I had a very quick natural labor and delivery. I feel really grateful for that, because I didn't get to be in pain for that long, even though it was painful. So one of the reasons why that is because my doctor recommended for me to sit in positions as long as possible that would keep my hips open. So a position like an Indian style, it would help the baby descend further into the birth canal at a faster pace. So keep in mind, those positions that allow for your hips to be open, it hurts. It hurts a lot more. You feel the baby move and descend through the birth canal. You can definitely feel a lot more of the movement at a faster and a little bit more of an intense rate. So that is something to keep in mind, but it speeds up the process. So I don't know. I don't know what kind of person you guys are. If you're more like, I'll take the pain as it comes, or like balls to the walls, let's get it over with. That's kind of how I was. And another note, this helped me when you watch movies. I feel like first time moms have high expectations for everything. You would probably get that, you would probably hear that from any mom that has more than one child. First time moms definitely do have high expectations. I felt like I wanted to give birth a certain way, a certain day, and look a certain way. And the faster you say goodbye to those expectations and literally just ignore them, the easier it is at becoming a mom. So you watch movies, or if you watch videos on YouTube like I do, there's only like one position to give birth in, and that's just the standard laying on your back, your feet in your straps, and that's the way you do it. So I have seen videos though before where women have been in other positions, and I think I used to think it was weird and not traditional. So I was like, I do not want that to happen. But I realized when I was in labor that some other positions were a lot more comfortable than the traditional way to give birth in. I ended up delivering my daughter in the traditional way, where you're just sitting in the bed. But during the labor, I was constantly on my hands and knees because it would relieve the pressure on my pelvis. That's what worked for me. And doing that, I remember feeling so embarrassed, and I felt so weird. Like that was what my body was telling me to do, but I didn't want to do it because that's not what society does. That's not what the normal laboring mom does. But there is no normal way to give birth. There's no normal way, and no one cares, okay? Listen to your body. That is how I got through it. I ended up doing that and figuring that out towards the end, but if I knew all of these things and I didn't care so much about what was going to happen, and instead just took it minute by minute and listened to my body, it would have made it a lot easier for me. So that is kind of what I'm going to do the second time around, is just do what I want to do. Like, not focus on other people and what they think. So I highly recommend doing that. Just listen to your body, because no one knows you better than yourself, right? If you are completely in tune with what's going on, it's easy. It's easy. It really is. And I feel so bad saying that. I feel like I am attacking moms that opt for the epidural or do get morphine or other pain medication, but I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying, we as women are meant to give birth naturally. That is what we're meant to do. We can do that. That's what they did back in the day, when medicine wasn't like it is today. So I do think a lot of moms think, oh, I don't have high pain tolerance. That's not it. You do not need high pain tolerance to get through labor. It is all mindset. It is all how you can cope with reality and how you can manage the pain mentally. It has nothing to do with physical toughness and bravery. I don't believe that at all. I am tough. Okay. I think that I can, I do have high pain tolerance. So yeah, that is a perk. But I also have a strong mindset and a positive one. And I really think that if you coach that and you prepare that way and keep telling yourself you can do it, you can. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have the worst pain tolerance when it comes to like getting an IV or a shot. You can do it, because that's what you're meant to do. That is what we as women are built to do. We're built to carry children and then deliver them. So that's why I want to create this video, because I really want to help motivate moms out there to at least give it a try, because for me, when I was able to do it naturally, I was able to feel everything that was going on. I was able to understand what was happening, and I actually could tell how dilated I was and how much longer I had. I was like, I feel like the baby's gonna be born around noon. I just feel it in my gut. Like, I kept saying that. and I was 10 centimeters dilated at 11:58 a.m. So it's crazy, you know what I mean? I remember my doctor saying that you're at a 10, we can start pushing 2 minutes before noon. That's exactly what I thought. Like, you know what's best for your body, and so that's why I wanted to create this video. These are the points that I have when it comes to preparing, but I don't know, I just feel like there is no way to prepare. I don't like that a lot of OBs and like midwives push going to birthing classes to learn hypnotic birthing so that you can deliver a baby naturally, because not everybody copes with pain through meditation and hypnosis. Not everybody. If you are just someone that does it differently, don't try and do something new, because when you are in labor, you're not going to resort to that new way of learning and new way of coping. You're going to go to your natural way of coping. So just keep that in mind. If someone's pushing, oh, listen to hypnotic music or hypnotic preaching through this CD while you're giving birth and it'll help to, if you don't do that already, I just feel like 9 times out of 10 it's going to be like a bunch of bullshit. Like, pardon my language, but I mean, like, when you're in that much pain, you don't want to do something that doesn't feel natural to you. Like, if Jericho said to me, here's your headphones, you can listen to music, I'd be like, what the heck? I don't want that. Like, you know what I mean? That would be like so weird to me. So like I said, don't be pressured. Do you. If you feel like that's your way, definitely hit up those classes. They're there for a reason. But that's why I want to touch base on that stuff, because I feel like we are constantly pressured by society, and we also take the shortcut route in a lot of ways. So yeah, giving birth is scary and it's painful. So don't think that it isn't. It's very scary, very painful, but how you deal with it and how you look at that pain and how you also use that pain as motivation to get through anything just so you can see your child is the most empowering feeling in the world. When I was able to get through all of that and see my baby and also know that the epidural didn't put the baby into distress, nothing felt weird, then it made me feel like invincible, like you could do anything. And I think that's why we are meant to do what we do. That's the way you should feel. So yeah, I hope you guys can take something away from this video and put it towards your own preparation when it comes to a natural labor and delivery. Yeah, so give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and enjoyed the content that I talked about. Don't forget to subscribe. I know next week's video I am going to do another baby update, and then the following video will be about a couple things that they don't tell you about when you give birth or postpartum. So I'm excited to film that because there's some details that I feel like a lot of people leave out and they don't feel like they need to explain. So thank you so much for tuning in this week. Bye guys.